Hello and welcome to Pointers in C. The topic is memory address and the address operator ampersand. Now first we declare a variable. A block of memory is reserved for that variable. Then we assign a value to it. That value is written at that particular memory location, and we can simply access that value with the variable name. Here we are using a printf statement, a print statement, to know what is stored at A. Here is a brief overview of declaration, assigning a value, declaration, assigning a second value. But what about these addresses written here? You can see the addresses written here. In case if it is integer data type, that means we have 4 addresses, each for every byte. These are the 4 addresses there, 1, 2, 3 and 4. But of course, common sense tells us that all these 4 addresses are not required. If we have the first address, that is the address of the starting or first byte holding our value and the size of data type. Now if it is integer data type, we need the first address, and we know that the next 3 bytes following this address are reserved for our integer. This is the first address, and 1, 2, 3. These 3 also are reserved for our memory location or this space. The question is how to get the address of A. Very simple, use the address operator, that is ampersand. Now here if you want to print the address of A, we simply use a print statement and use AND A. AND A returns the address of that particular variable. Here you can see the address of A is 2293572, a memory location in computer's memory. So with the help of using AND operator, ampersand operator, we can access the address of any variable. By writing the name of variable, we can access the value stored in it, and by using ampersand name of variable, we can access the address of that particular memory location. Now if I ask you, in computer memory, int has 4 bytes and of course 4 addresses, then which address is going to be returned by AND operator? Yes, you are right. You are beginning to pick the concept. It is always the first memory address or the address of the first byte of this block of memory. Similarly, for any other variable, we can find the address of the starting byte, and with the data type, the compiler knows the size of memory block. And of course, you also know about the size of that particular variable. So this address, the first, there are 4 addresses and the first will be returned. You might be wondering why 1011 is not returned. Actually, these are sample addresses, and in the program here actual memory address of RAM is returned. So whatever the address is in its computer memory, that will be returned. Now if we declare another variable, int k is equal to 7, printf value of k is and k, 7 should be printed, and starting address of k is AND k. By using AND operator before the name of variable, simply return the address of that variable in computer memory. And you can see here value of k is 7 and starting address of k is 2293568, a memory location. Now let's define a new variable, and that is character variable, char c is equal to h, and then we print the value of c Okay, let's move on to the output, and that is the value of c. Value of variable c is h, and address of c is 2293567. So by using AND operator before the variable name c returns the memory address of that variable, simply writing c will give us the value stored at that memory location. Simple it is, isn't it? So what we have done up to now is declaring a variable, assigning a value to it, printing the value of that variable, and assigning a new value to that variable, and by printing the address of that variable with %a. And here is the output of value of a is 2 and address of a is 2293572. So quick 2 questions. How to access the value of any variable? The answer is by using the name of variable. Question number 2. How to access the memory location of that variable? Yes, you are correct. By using AND operator, & with and the name of variable just simply lets us to get the value of memory address of that particular variable.